Good afternoon, this is Jazz, and today we're going to talk about why affirmations don't work. So I have just about 10 minutes to talk to you about your practice of saying affirmations, and I want to know, first of all, if you're listening this live or on the replay, just let me know where you're listening from, and if you do affirmations, do they tend to work for you or not work for you? And you can join the conversation also in the group Mystic Priestess School. So why do affirmations not work? Of course, this is one of the biggest spiritual tool that is touted out there. Just say an affirmation. Just say it until you believe it. Fake it till you make it, and just say it. And then you'll believe it, and then it'll happen like magic. Right? You've heard that before, haven't you? Give me a thumbs up if you've heard that before. Just say the affirmation and something is going to happen to you like magic. So while that does happen every once in a while, sometimes it doesn't work at all. I was with a client recently, and she's going through a bit of a dark night of the soul, like the topic that we talked about in the previous two videos. And she says, I'm doing everything. I'm saying the affirmations. I'm saying that I'm happy. I'm saying that I'm abundant. I'm saying all these things, and nothing happens. Nothing changes. The energy around me is still kind of blah. It's that dark night of the soul, kind of depressing type of energy. And she was really surprised when I told her, well, that's okay. Affirmations don't work anyway. And she was kind of really surprised and taken aback by that a spiritual teacher would say that affirmations don't work. But this is why. Oftentimes we say affirmations that are so far removed from our current reality that we have our own sabotaging patterns in place. So remember, we talked about the ego earlier this year. So the ego is saying, oh, you think you're abundant? No, you're not. The bank is calling right now because it wants money. And this person is calling for money, and you don't have money for groceries. And you have to have that mental list in your head all the time when you get to the grocery teller, like, what are you going to leave if you don't have the money to pay for all the groceries that's in your cart, right? And you say, I am abundant. I am connected with abundance. Your ego and your mind is saying, yeah, you're full of it. And so there's that disconnect between the state that you want and your current 3D reality. And then that energetics is really dissonant. It's chaos between the two states. Does that make sense to you? Hey, Sharon, nice to see you again. I'm glad you caught this live. So that's a dissonance, and that's why affirmations don't work. When you affirm something that is so far removed from your 3D reality that there's no part of you in the 3D that really wants to believe what you're saying, that thinks that you're full of crap, that thinks that this is not going to happen for you, and then all the other mechanisms, survival mechanisms, anything that's in your chakra about this isn't safe, this isn't right, who am I to think this, this can happen to others, it will never happen to me. So you might have all of those beliefs, all of those mindsets, and that's going to get in the way of the affirmation, and the magic is not going to be there. There's nothing that's really going to happen for you. So you might have a really nice meditation where you have that energy of, I am abundant, I am connected to the flow of life, this and that, and then you have your crystals and you have your oils and you have your ceremony, and then you go out in real life and it's like, yeah, but that's not the truth. That's not the truth, not your 3D truth. So does that resonate with you? Does that make sense? So what can you do then instead? So the way that I teach that manifestation is about taking aligned action. So you have the affirmation that is still a good tool, but it's not the end all. It's not the everything tool. So you still need to take aligned action. Now, what I would like for you, what I invite for you to do is to imagine yourself. So let's say that we keep with that theme of finances. So you imagine yourself with that abundant mindset. You are now this abundant person. So you really feel that energy of abundance. So it's not just words. It's not just lip service. I am connected to the abundance of the world, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's not just cerebral. When you want to manifest, it has to go it can't stay just in your head. You have to really embody that vibration, and you embody it through your emotions, and you embody that through your actions. So if you are this abundant person, then what would you do? As this abundant person, what is the aligned action? As this abundant person, what are your emotions? As this abundant person, how do you react in certain situations? Does that make sense? So you need to retrain everything. So you see that if you're really stuck in a darker place and you're stuck in a dark night of the soul, just saying affirmations is kind of like the Band-Aid. It really doesn't go to the core of the issue, to heal the core of the issue, to heal the hurt that's there, to heal the mindsets and the karma and the energy and the beliefs and the potential. Is just going to say, well, we're not really seeing the wound right now. So affirmation is pretty, is beautiful. The world doesn't see how much it hurts inside. So what I'm inviting you to do is that if you're in that place and you've tried the affirmations, you've tried spell work, you've tried working with crystals, and none of this work, and you're still stuck, let's talk, because I'm an expert at getting you unstuck. Truly am. There's, a lot of people have come to see me and they felt stuck, they felt in a transition, and now they started a new business, they started a new job, and they're really abundant. Or they received, they weren't happy in their relationships and they got married, or they finally became pregnant. There's just so many miracles that can really happen in your life once you really work on all of that stuff that's below the Band-Aid level. I don't do Band-Aid level. If you want to work with me, you have to be ready to go deep down, because that's where I go. And that's a real healing that can happen. So that's kind of what I wanted to share with you. If you have any comments, put that below in the comments. I'd love to have a conversation with you about how affirmations work for you, if it's something that works, or if it's kind of lackluster. So let's talk about that. And I'm wishing you the best abundance. I'm wishing you to really be unstuck from the beliefs and the deep core wounds that might be keeping you there. And I'm giving you a big, big hug from my heart to yours, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now.